Isaiah 54 verses 1 to 17. Through the Bible with J. Vernon McGee. Theme: the regathered and restored wife of Jehovah. The rejoicing and righteous restored wife of Jehovah. This is the logical chapter to follow Isaiah 53 because it is the song that accompanies salvation and the future glories of Israel. You see, the Redeemer is coming to Zion, and someday they will behold him. He is speaking directly to Israel, saying they should sing. Sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear. Break forth into singing, and cry aloud, thou that didst not travail with child. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife, saith the Lord. Isaiah 54 verse 1. I can't sing. If you can, that's wonderful. But someday I am going to be able to sing. Redemption brings a song into the world. The world produces the blues. The redeemed sing of blessings. The world has its rock. The redeemed sing of redemption. The world plays jazz. The redeemed have the reality of joy. Only the redeemed have a song of joy. The redeemed will sing the song of redemption whether on earth or in heaven. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred, and tongue, and people, and nation, and hast made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Revelation 5 verses 9 to 10. What a picture we have here. You see, it is the church mentioned in Revelation, but in Isaiah 54 it is the nation Israel. The church is called a chaste virgin, while Israel is characterized as the restored wife. Sing, O barren. In the past, Israel has been as a barren wife. Sarah's life was this in miniature. She was barren, childless, an old woman 80 years old with no children. God caused the barren to bring forth a son, and just think of the millions that have come from her. So the first word after the crucifixion in chapter 53 is sing. It is a call to Israel to sing. But the Jews are not singing over in their land today. In the past, Israel has been as a barren wife. But in the future, her travail will be over. Her travail so far has produced only wind, like the mountain that travailed and brought forth a mouse. But her future is glorious, because she will have many children in the future. Enlarge the place of thy tent, and let them stretch forth the curtains of thine habitations. Spare not. Lengthen thy cords, and strengthen thy stakes. Isaiah 54 verse 2. The nation Israel has never occupied the entire land given to them by the Lord. The land God marked out for them in Joshua 1 verse 4 is about 300,000 square miles. Even in Israel's heyday, when they reached their zenith under David and Solomon, they only occupied 30,000 square miles. That is quite a difference. Now God says they are going to lengthen their cords and strengthen their stakes, and they are going to be safe in the land. They won't need to be afraid of the Arab in that day. During the millennium, Israel will occupy the total borders of the land. Also, the city of Jerusalem will push out into the suburban areas, and there will be no traffic jams. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles, and make the desolate cities to be inhabited. Isaiah 54 verse 3. The Gentiles have occupied most of the land of promise. They have it today, but they will have to withdraw to their own borders. The problem in the world today is not only that individuals are trying to step over into somebody else's territory, but nations are trying to expand their borders. This causes problems. People just keep wanting more and more and more, which is what produces wars. For thy Maker is thine husband, the Lord of hosts is his name, and thy Redeemer the Holy One of Israel. The God of the whole earth shall he be called. Isaiah 54 verse 5. God will own them then as his redeemed in that day. For the Lord hath called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth, when thou wast refused, saith thy God. Isaiah 54 verse 6. Israel is today like a wife that has been divorced for adultery. That is the figure of speech that is used. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. Isaiah 54 verse 7. In that day, not only Israel, but all of us are going to look back at what we thought was terrible down here in this life. And it will seem, as Paul described it, a light affliction, which is but for a moment, and it will work for us an exceeding and eternal weight of glory. We need to get our eyes focused on things which are not seen rather than things that are seen. See 2 Corinthians 4 verses 17 to 18. For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed, but my kindness shall not depart from thee. Neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed, saith the Lord that hath mercy on thee. Isaiah 54 verse 10. If you feel that God is going to break his covenant which he made with Abraham, Isaiah would have you know that you are wrong. God will not break his covenant. He will never break it. The rejoicing and righteous restored wife of Jehovah. O thou afflicted, tossed with tempest, and not comforted, behold, I will lay thy stones with fair colors, and lay thy foundations with sapphires. Isaiah 54 verse 11. Now God begins to comfort Israel that she might rejoice. And all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. Isaiah 54 verse 13. This is the day when the knowledge of the Lord shall cover the earth. This brings peace. In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression. For thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Isaiah 54 verse 14. Following righteousness is freedom from fear. Now notice this marvelous verse of Scripture. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. Isaiah 54 verse 17. Even in the past and in the present, God has been opposed to anti-Semitism. No enemy of God's chosen nation has ever prospered. The witnesses to this truth are Pharaoh, Haman, Herod, and Hitler. There are a lot of anti-Semites in this country who ought to read this verse. This verse is a promise of God.